Okay, so quarter-final match. Joined in me in the commentary box, Tony Topsy Palmer with Scott Very, you call him the singles champ. We've got Lee Beavers against Dave Watergrice.
He also likes to be called Ginger, apparently.
Scott Ginger Very.
Go. Right, yeah, so Dave likes to be known as Ginge. So I'm going to know him as Ginge. Lee Beavers has obviously got 3 frames head start here. So race to 6. Is it Lee Beavers? It's Lee Beavers to break.
Lee Beavers to break. He's on a -1 on a +2 on Dave. Correct me if I'm wrong. Watergrice.
Just call him Ginge. He likes to be called Ginge.
We'll call him Ginge.
Call him Ginge.
So Lee's then potted a red from the break. Obviously it's not potato from this point.
It's all good and well saying what he's potted. Everyone can see what he's potted. I think they want some kind of tactical genius coming from us, but obviously these players are a lot better than us, otherwise we'd be there now playing.
Of course.
But we're there.
Elected to take reds. He's got 5 left. No traffic, everything is open, everything has a bag.
Oof.
Oh, and he's... Ooh.
That's unlikely.
I think that's a black sambuca it's got. Oh, wow.
It's not very nice, is it? I'm not going to lie, I'm going to have to support Ginge. I've got no gripes against Lee Beavers, but I've got us Gingers have to sit together.
Of course I do. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll have a little side bet, since if you pick the Ginge to win, Lee Beavers isn't the underdog, he's a favourite at -1, and I'll go Lee Beavers for the win.
Are we calling it a tenner?
We'll call it a tenner.
I don't like it. I don't like putting a tenner on it, but I will certainly put a tenner on it. I'll tell you what, I do like this. The beers are bringing to us. We like this. Come on, Ginge. Come on.
A little bit of a cosy setup from Devil Pool here in Q Sports Lounge and Living Room, Blackpool. Oof. The Ginger's missed his first shot. Again, the reds are all open.
I think I can see Lee clearing these, to be honest, from here.
Not much traffic. There isn't much traffic.
Is he going to play this across and then play the cannon with the 2 reds, do you think? Or do you think he's going to go into them?
He could possibly go to the second of the 2 reds and just knock that over, but...
I think he might go for the cannon here. I don't know why.
He's gone for the cannon now, hasn't he? He could have topped it through a little bit and played into the second red. And he could have held for the red to the left corner, but he's decided
You're talking positioning us, mate. See, I see, that's the...
That's it. That's the only danger with that shot. What he's decided to hold and play the plant, and then obviously the plant's not direct to the pocket.
Listen, we talk a good game.
I've never missed a shot from this position.
I'm not going to like. I am the best player off the table.
Of course, yeah.
Come on, Ginge. Here we go. He's going to win me a tenner. I can sense it. I don't know what it is. Us Gingers just know when to pull it out of the bag. Do you know what I mean?
Do you sit together?
Well, there's only 2 great Gingers in my eyes, and that's Prince Harry and the Honey Monster. They're the 2 greatest Gingers of all time. Oh, I won't be playing. Oh, this is risky. See, I wouldn't have gone for that if I was being honest.
He's butchered it, hasn't he? He's absolutely butchered it.
How are we getting on the other tables as well whilst this is going on? So we've got Phil B playing Richard Wallen. Phil B is 1 up against -2 of Richard Wallen. I think that's just started though, so some people believe Richard Wallen is favourite for the whole tournament. Who knows? Oof, unlucky. I think it's trying to come past that, to be honest. But
It's not ours, it's got. That's
it
not
is.
ours.
No legs. No legs.
Absolutely. Oscar Pistorius there. Absolutely no legs.
That's unfortunate.
That'll be Dave KG with the ball in hand.
Dave KG, also known as Ginge.
Quarton Grice, I believe.
Getting a text message. Are we off into town after this? Oh, it's only a race to 6. We're off into town. I think we should go into town after this. It'll be nice. We'll talk about the pool. We'll talk about the pool more than anything.
Yeah, we'll talk about the pool. What we'll do is we'll.
See, to me, if I was him now, I'd be playing the cannon with these 2 yellows. Like, just like I said, I'm no expert in pool. I do like a little cash game every once in a while, but not for big money, unlike you. And when's your cash game, Tony?
I believe on the 29th of October in Kirkham, on the card of the Danny Thompson versus Jordan McElroy match. A guy called Paul Lloyd from.
Is that who you're playing?
Paul Lord from Preston, yeah. Little Park. Yeah.
It's all about the game, though, isn't it? It's all about the cash.
It's all about cash. It's all about how you play. Just going through some of the. I'm just looking now at the previous winners of the last match. I don't know whether it's updated or not. Tommy Eves was 4 up against Phil Watts. I think
that's finished. That's finished.
Yeah. Phil D up 4-3 up against Kevin. I think that's finished too.
So, Ginge, or Dave, we'd like to call him, beat Joseph Graham 4-3 in the last frame. And Tommy Eves beat Phil Watts 4-1, which, Phil Watts is a very good player, so I'm surprised about that. I'm not saying Tommy Eves isn't, I thought it would be a closer game. I think Dave needs to do something here, because obviously the 2 reds over the bag, black in the middle of the table pretty much. It's he has to. I tell you what, it's done. It's not too bad. Not too bad. He's shaking his head though. He's shaking his head.
I think
what would you do in this position, Tony?
I think if he plays the bottom yellow, and he drives the white ball off the left cushion and into the second of the 2 yellows in the middle of the table, he might find cover.
Would you not go for the yellow snip into the right middle?
It's all about percentage playing, and probably he's probably 60-65% to get it into the middle, maybe even more. If he doesn't get it though, he leaves the white in the open. He looks like he's going to go.
It looks like he's going for it. I think
personally,
I think that's the right shot.
Yeah, if he leaves the white in the open though, he's frame over, isn't it?
He's 3 frames up. Don't forget. So he starts off 3 frames up. I think this is a do or die shot, but I think it's something I would personally take. Yeah. The 2 reds over the bag.
I think he's got a bit of comfort in this shot, whereas if he loses the frame, then he's still 2 ahead.
Good shot, great shot.
Nailed it, which is fine. Don't get behind the black. Don't get behind.
Oh, it's a double. It's a double.
It is a double.
It's not ideal.
It depends whether he puts a bit of right hand side and it runs it round 3 rails and back into the centre of the
Listen,
table.
people talk about the look of the Irish. It's all about look of the Ginge. Right? Speak as a ginger myself.
You've got plenty of that though, Scott.
There we go. Go on, that's in. Great shot. Great shot. Come on. I'm not. saying, come on, I'm only thinking of our little bet. You know, I don't want. Ideally, I would like both players to win, but the winner of this pool match is the game.
Yeah. It's like being a United fan though and saying who do you want to win, City or Liverpool. It's sort of like who do you want to sleep with your wife that's going outside. So it's one of them, isn't it? Really.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
He's missed that by about 3.5 weeks, so I fully expect Lee Beavers to clear up here. Plant red onto red, little soft shot, other red in the same bag, black into the right middle.
His only tricky shot is the black here, but
Yeah.
someone of Lee Beavers here now. He's just going to probably screw down here, red in the top left bag. Oh no, he's going into the middle. I didn't think
He's going black.
From what I'm looking at here, it doesn't look like he did, but there we go. Dot to dot, dot to dot.
Yeah, perfect. Lee
There
Beavers.
we go, Lee
Lee
Beavers.
Beavers back to 0. That's what he does, isn't it? Waits for his opportunities, carries on, does his biz.
It's from Fleetwood.
He's a Conard, isn't he? Lee Beavers is a Conard.
Very good player.
He's the third best in Fleetwood, I believe. I believe that Steve Hubbard is the best in Fleetwood. Self-proclaimed. Self-proclaimed best in Fleetwood. Followed by Tommy Eaves.
Okay.
Who Steve Hubbard played in the last competition here.
Okay.
And I think Steve Hubbard went 5-0 up and lost 6-5 to Tommy Eaves. It pushed him down to second. But then Lee Beavers on the scene. He's just on the scene, isn't he? He's
Up and
on
coming. He can't say he's third best. Surely he's up there now.
Oh yeah,
Lee Beavers is up there.
He's absolutely number one.
He's
Absolutely number one.
high flying. I've heard high flying.
Yeah. Here we go, Ginge, also known as Dave Quartengrice, for the break. Probably
DKG.
DKG, isn't it? He's not going off on this break.
No. He needs something. No.
He's back now. So Lee's got options. He's got a yellow to left middle and yellow to bottom right. And I can't see.
If this was me, and I know this is sound, I'd be playing this yellow towards the bottom of the table to play into the red. That's just me, but I'm awful.
Yeah.
You know. Let's see if he plays it. I don't think he will.
I think at this point he's got to keep it simple, hasn't he?
What would you play?
Simples.
Yeah,
Not that one. I definitely won't play that one. I definitely won't play that one. But Ginger's in.
Come on, Ginge. Again, there's no favouritisms.
The thing is from Lee's that Lee's a good player. I don't want to see any complacency. He's sort of like, he's seen the guy take a couple of really bad shots early doors. He's not a bad player. He's a really, really good player. He's in the quarterfinals, and if he thinks that he's going to be a walkover, then he'll get punished a bit later on down the line. So obviously Ginger's elected to play the Reds. He's potted one long. Again, not a lot of traffic. He can negotiate these whichever way he wants.
So what category is Dave? Obviously Lee Beavers was started for -1 and DKG was on +2. So what are the cats on this?
I'm not 100% to be fair. I'll have to think about it. I think that obviously it goes to cat 6, so I assume that Dave's a cat 6. So from there, it's if you have a +2, 1, 0, -1. I assume that Lee's a 3, a cat 3, and that Ginge is a cat 6. That's what I'm under the assumption.
Or it could be a 2 and a 5.
Could be a 2 and a 5.
Could be a 2 and a 5.
It
Could be a 2 and a 5 or a 3 or a 6.
Could be a 3 or a 6.
We'll have to find out on that.
We'll have a word with Sean long after this and discuss numerical values. I can only see from the screen here, I see him being slightly awkward on the one to the left middle, and either
He's
bottom left, which is a bit
Risky.
Yeah,
Risky shorts, like
kind
that.
of.
No, see, that was risky in my eyes.
I'm not sure about that.
It was risky. In other news, West Ham and Wolves second half just started.
So was that something?
1-0 West Ham.
West Ham. We said West Ham, didn't we?
We did.
said West Ham.
Did we? Lee's probably going to watch this video back and realise why those two mushrooms commentating on my game. We can only apologise, Lee.
Yeah.
We got dragged into it. So we can only apologise, but keep up the good work, mate. Thank you. And also, if Dave is watching this, keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work, Dave.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah,
Dave, you clearly got to the quarterfinals.
I think
At this moment in time, you're 2-0 up, so keep plodding on, son.
I think he's in a position where he's got 3 balls and Lee's got 7. There's no pattern, there's not really any element of safety. It's kind of, unless he wants to come off the left hand side of the rail, pop the one over the right bag. But then again, unless he plays it with pace, then White is in no man's land. He doesn't really.
See, if as gingers, we've got a telepathic link as gingers.
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to play off the cushion here slightly and just nestle behind this red at the bottom right. Leaves nothing, hopefully, and hopefully it snookers him / gives him advantage.
The only thing that I've seen he'd be hampered in his shot is if he plays the red towards the bottom cushion, the red in the middle of the table on the black spot, plays it towards the bottom, towards the left hand top.
See how our telepathic link works? I think us gingers see what I'm saying. Yeah. Us gingers know what we're talking about.
But yeah, I understand that. I think he's got a clearance on that. I think Lee's got a clearance on that. He's not the red out the side of the pocket. I do think this yellow goes, unless he plays it over to the left now, which he has done.
Whose round is it next? Is it like him? So Matthew, if you're listening, please get us a drink in. Thank you. A little muted section.
He's doing all right here. He's in prime position in terms of getting his cue ball in the right position.
I tell you what, you can hear Sean Long swearing in the background, can't you? He's telling us not to swear, isn't it? I can hear him effing and jeffing here.
It's one of those situations, though, isn't it? Do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly.
So
I tell you, I hope Sean's listening on this because we've not said one swear word so far.
Of course.
Oh no, we will never swear.
It's PG-13, isn't it? I was just about to say Lee Beaver's the only issue that he's got is the yellow next to the black. And what he's done is he's pushed it dead close to that. That's why he's coming over to the left hand side of the table. Does it go to the middle?
No, I don't think so. I think he's going to play the cannon and he's got to play the yellow in the top bag.
Yeah.
That's the only option.
You'll soon see if he pushes it through.
See, I don't think that's strict. I think he'll play the cannon.
If it goes to the middle, that's fair enough. But I thought he'd have pushed that through and played it to the top.
He's got to go top here, I think. I think this is going in the top bag.
Wow. No,
surprisingly, I did not see that.
Yeah.
That looked closer than it was.
I apologise to Josh Guy and Danny Burgess for previous commentary because they say from here it looks like it does this, and I'm like, mate, from the stream it does this. we looked there and it didn't go to the top.
Yeah,
It didn't go to the middle right. So I apologise to you two guys from the commentary box. No, it didn't look like it went to the middle. Obviously it did.
Ooh, Josh Guy. Ooh, Danny Burgess. Ooh,
Runs.
Ooh. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's 2-1. Anyway, so Dave Horton Grice, Ginge, also known as Ginge.
I think we should just call it
Beavers.
DKG.
DKG.
I don't know if he likes being called Ginge. Someone just told me he likes to be called Ginge.
We'll do it
And he is Ginge.
We're in the commentary, we'll do it one soon as afterwards. So DKG is 2-1 up against Lee Beavers.
Oh, where's it?
And he's nearly gone in.
Do you think Lee Beavers like to be called Beaves? I don't think so.
I don't know.
So I think we should just call him Lee and Dave.
Yeah.
Because we don't really know if he likes to be called Ginge, and we don't know if Lee likes to call Beaves. So I think it should be Lee and Dave.
You said he likes
I
to be
did.
called Ginge.
That was hearsay. And that used to be a band in the early 2000s, wasn't it? Hearsay.
We're not going to go into the old Darius Dinesh discussion.
Now listen, Darius has unfortunately passed away. He did one good song called Colourblind. One of my favourite songs of all time. So
Wow.
let's not take the mick out of Darius. So, okay.
No.
Died of natural causes apparently.
Apparently
Darius,
so, yeah.
apparently.
He's not got a plan, has he? He's not found the plan.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Just-
That's a great shot.
Just absolutely leave it out, Lee Beavers. This is what I'm talking about.
Standards.
He just finds it, doesn't he?
Consistency.
He plays it a little bit top right, off the cushion.
If he plays like this, he's Fleetwood #1 in my eyes.
I think it is. I think it is.
You know, hubby might think different. But
To be honest with you,
This is-
I think with Steve Hubbard, if Steve Hubbard gets back in the saddle, he plays somebody like Gary Ogden and he beats him convincingly, I think he's back to Fleetwood #1. That's what I believe.
I've heard Gary Ogden is the best player currently in Blackpool.
Well,
Hashtag where's Gary Marcus?
we talk about Gary Ogden.
Gary Ogden is world class.
And what we're saying is he's been having training from Steve Biss. So Steve with the Biss has been giving Gary Ogden loads and loads of training. And I think he'd definitely be in the top 10 in Blackpool
Oh, yes.
for pool players. Listen, you mark my words, he'll be in the quarterfinals of the singles next season.
And I
Tuesday
believe he's had a bit of Dave Hardy coaching. Is it £10 an hour?
night. £20 an hour.
£20 an hour. What's up? Listen,
Dave Hardy.
a bargain. It's a bargain, people.
Dave Hardy coaching.
This talking has not been paid. We've not been authorised. We're not being paid for this commentary. So we're allowed to promote Dave Hardy coaching.
Yeah, of course we are.
If you like a bit of tippy tappy, you like a bit of slow play, you like to play 2 shots to get 2 shots, you know, Dave Hardy's your man. Anyway, back to the game. Lee Beavers has just won that one. It's he's 2-1 down. It feels weird to say that because he's obviously won the last 2, but due to the handicap, obviously, here we go. Here comes the Ginge. And if you're listening out there, Gary Ogden, you know, there's always a place for you, my friend. Keep up the good work.
Obviously, the Ginger broke off there. You can make a case for both balls, for the reds or the yellow.
Stop there 1 second, Tony. I'm going to bring some breaking news. West Ham have gone 2-0 up. Bowen has scored. It's 2-0.
Jared Bowen.
It has. It's
Nailed it,
2-0.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
Nailed it.
Shame we're not in the fantasy group.
You can make a case for both balls here. The yellow on towards the left middle is quite difficult. But what he could do is he could play the yellow to left middle, just below the red. He could play the cannon on the yellow on the left hand side towards the top bag, which guarantees him a pot. And then he could go from there. The only problem they have then is the yellow on the top right next to the red. The yellow on the top right next to the red is difficult for both balls, so it doesn't matter which one you play. It looks like he's electing to say red. I don't know what his plan is for the red in the top right.
Oh, hello.
But he's missed it.
I've only just noted this. If you look to the right here, Tony, you can see Lee Anderson's on the stream here talking to us, asking who's commentating. I did not know this.
Oh, very nice, very tidy. 3 laughing faces. I don't know. I'm sorry, Lee Anderson. I don't know whether that was 30 seconds ago, whether it was 4 hours ago.
I've only just spotted this.
Yeah. Listen, you're talking with Tony the Toxic Palmer, and you're talking with Scott Singles Champ Bears.
We clearly don't know what we're talking about.
Obviously
but,
not, no.
We've been dragged into this because it is.
But we're just rabbiting on in the game.
It looks like it's been quite recent. So hopefully Lee's still watching.
6:43. Oh yeah, only a couple of minutes ago, yeah. Mr. Anderson.
Now, if we're talking about Lee's playing, where would you rate Lee Anderson in the old pool?
Right. Oh, okay, right. So we'll talk about Lee Anderson, shall we? So
I hope he's going to comment. I hope
he'll comment in a minute when I say this. When I fucking blow loads of smoke.
No swearing, Tony.
I blow loads of smoke up his.
No, you just swore. That's they're gonna kick you off this.
So I played Lee Anderson in the not the last competition, the one before, and he beat me 7-1. I got 3 shots in 8 frames.
Standard.
So it's just
He's
pretty much a break dish, reverse dish, break dish, reverse dish.
1 shot missed.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's what he does. That's how he rolls.
I hear that Lee Beavers and Lee Anderson, they like to have a practice together, I believe.
Who's that? Sorry.
Lee Beavers, I've heard that. Obviously, Lee Anderson's got a pool table at his house. I believe that Lee Beavers sometimes practices at his house.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not really.
I believe so.
Yeah. If you say it, mate, I believe you.
It's very quiet on the old chat. I'm not going to be. I can't see how many people are live out. I'm going to say there's probably 1 person watching. I think we might have just talked people out of it.
19.
19 people watching. That's
wowzers.
I'm impressed. I'm surprised 19 people are still in listening to us talking rubbish. But anyway, back to the pool, Tony.
Yeah, so we've got Ginger at the table. He's on yellows.
See, Ginger needs to take this one, I believe. He's lost the last 2. He needs to get this one on the board, I think. I like to say I'd clear these up, but you know as well as I do.
Questionable.
I'd put 4 of the 5. I'd put 4 of the 5, and then I'd leave myself out of position. That's different, aren't it?
Definitely different. A little bit of swervy.
Oh no.
I think it's definitely advantage Ginge right now because of where the red is in the top left hand side of the table.
As long as it doesn't see me again. Listen, I can't play pool to save my life. And as I've told you before, I'm the best player off the table. As long as he doesn't play the yellow over the bag and clear that bag, I think he's in prime position here. If it was me now, I'd be playing the yellow over the middle and hopefully get himself onto the yellow against the cush and do something. But what do I know? What's he saying here? I've been sat here waiting for 20 minutes. Well, we can only apologise, Lee. We can only apologise, I've got 4 eyes, don't get me wrong, but unfortunately only 3 of them work. So I missed that one eye on there. That's your job, that, Tommy. Keep an eye on that.
He's going off to the right hand side of me. I'm not even taking attention. Sorry, Lee. I apologise for that.
So Lee should be here, to be honest. He knows what he's talking about. He talks about positions. He knows. Whereas us, amateurs, smash a ball around the table, hope for the best.
The only thing is, though, right, they'll play a shot and we'll go, absolutely brilliant shot that. Lee Anderson sat here, he'll go,
that's rubbish,
that's
mate.
absolutely
Out of
pony.
position.
That is pony.
Absolutely.
That is ridiculous.
You know, I'd be happy with him. As long as that ball goes down that pocket, I'm happy. Out of position, I just smash balls around me. But again, we'll try and get back onto the game because obviously Dave KG and Lee Beavers may really want to watch this. Unfortunately, we're commentating. We know this. They know this.
I think DKG wants to play in between. He wants to play the yellow down the cushion and play in between the yellow on the top. I think he needs to play.
Risky. I think this one might nestle.
Yeah.
I think this might nestle.
I think that's the way he needs to play it, like that, that. But
Now look what he's.
I don't know.
What would you do here now, Tony? I'd be tempted to.
I don't
See,
know.
me personally, again, as a safety-ish kind of player, I'd be playing the double across, back over to the top right back. But Lee's commented, look, get on this, will you?
Lee, is it better than this? Giving easy chances. Yeah, no, I believe so, Lee. I believe in this shot here, what you should do is you should play off the bottom yellow out of the two, you should play off the left-hand side, towards the middle bag, down to the bottom cushion and behind, and play the white behind the black.
Yeah, but it's not Lee at the table. We're talking.
Ginger at the table, yeah.
Changing that table, I'll be playing this yellow across
Oh,
the
Ginger
other
at the table and just hit the red and give two shots in hand and just give Lee Beavers the phone. You know,
No. Come on, let's be serious now. It's again, I'm more of a boring-ish player now. I'd be playing that yellow across towards that bag. He's looking at something here though.
Yeah. To be honest with you, this shot here, left hand side of the bottom yellow, you'll play it off the angle and play the yellow behind them, somewhere behind the black on the bottom right hand side of the table.
Oh no, he's gone the
Oh,
other
he's
way.
gone the
See,
other way.
I'd have gone the other way. I'd have played the yellow towards the top bag. So now he's left that just to try and cover that bag slightly. This is now giving Lee a great opportunity. Well, Lee Anderson's put there. Lee's usually better than this. You know, at the end of the day, he's won the last two frames. So. He's 2 for 2 so far.
He can only beat what's in front of you. That's the situation. I don't see Dave clearing up from here. I think, he's in a tricky spot, isn't he?
2 yellows against Cush. So yeah, that was unfortunate about Lee. He's obviously gone enough, unfortunately. Yeah. So now Dave needs to really capitalise here now. He has to. Oh, he's lucky there, just a touch of cushion. That was risky.
He played that in a way where he needs to screw back to about the blue spot here, and he's not. So he's going to have to go across the table and back the way.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't fancy it. I
think he'll pop the
I don't
yellow,
think he's gonna pop these, and that's
I
just
think
me.
he'll pop the yellow.
I hope he
Pink on the
does.
yellow.
I-
And he bats to the blue spot where
It's
he
tricky.
should be.
It's tricky. I don't see it. I genuinely don't. I hope he does, but
Scott. Come on, Scott. Yeah.
oh, he's done well. He's done well. Me, I'd have missed both of them.
Yeah. You'd have missed all 4 of them, Scott.
So Dave is 3-1 up. Technically, he's 2-1 behind, but due to the handicap, you know, it is what it is. How are we getting on with the other games here, Tony? Let's have a look.
We are.
Are we?
You know whose break it is?
Whose
That's
break
the wrong
is it?
people, am I?
Whose break is
I don't know whose break it is. But yeah, how many
break?
did we give him, do you know?
I think I'm pretty sure it's yours.
Yeah, that's what
But
he
I'm
said.
not 100%. I'm pretty sure it's yours. Yeah.
I'll have a quick look. Just zoom back. Maybe I'll zoom back further than that, aren't you? Yeah,
It's
definitely,
Leeds.
definitely
It's
Leeds.
Definitely Leeds. 100%. Just seeing back to check. Lee's just come in the commentary box asking who his last break was.
It is Leeds.
And it's
break.
definitely Lee's break. This break. If you want to comment on the comments below and say no, it wasn't Lee's break, then that's absolutely fine, and
Well, we'll tell you wrong.
yeah, we'll tussle you through it. So it's absolutely no danger.
We have checked back.
Yeah.
People like to get on the commentary. We are now reading comments for the first time ever. So yeah, we won't miss you out. If you want to put a comment on there, we will reply. It might not be a reasonable reply, but we will certainly we'll try. And you'd be glad to know we're only going to be commentating on this game. So I think Sean might jump in afterwards because I think we're going to go out on the lash, aren't we?
Absolutely, definitely. No, understand that.
Everyone would be glad to know that, to be fair. Because I'm not going to lie, we are awful at commentating.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well then. I can hear Sheldon in the background. He's kicking up some rifles. Is he still in it? Have a look if Ian Sheldon's still in it. No, he got beat by Tommy. He's 14 now. So I don't know why he's even got. Listen. Sugar. Water. Just so like that. Whilst we're in here, they're all out there. We need to be drinking more. Message the other two. It's my round, isn't it? So obviously, I would like to say Lee's in control here. The red near the yellow would be the issue for me. What would you do here, Tony? I'd be tempted to play. Would you go red straight in the middle, or would you play the red slightly off the black?
I don't know. I think it's landing in good position. If he plays this red, he's only got one red to play now. He plays the red to the middle with a bit of top.
Well, he's lucky.
He plays the red to the bottom right, but it just depends what sort of angle he's got.
Again, on the stream it looks slightly harder, so he was looking there with that red into that bottom right here. He might just be able to just
nudge it over.
Nudge it.
Just below centre on the cue ball. Nudges the red over.
Oh,
I think he's okay.
I think he's ideal there. I think he's going to stun up here, past all the yellows, and then the black into the middle.
It looks impossible on the stream. I think from the table he's alright. He screws the top. Oh no, he wasn't on it. I thought he was on it.
Again, this is very deceiving.
Yeah.
Very deceiving. I thought he was on there then.
I thought he just played the red into the bottom right corner and he screwed up the table to about the brown spot and then black in the middle. But
see, Dave's got a lot of work here, or Ginger, or whatever. I think he's got a lot of hard work here, to be honest.
For me, I think if he can land on the yellow on the left hand cushion and play that down the rail.
Yeah, you've got to.
He secured the pocket then, hasn't he?
You've got to slow this game up now. I believe. I think you've got to somehow get that yellow against the cushion down over this bag, either over the bag or. See, this is risky. He's going longer again.
Inexperienced, I think. Inexperienced. He's all right. He's still all right.
When you said inexperienced, you mean inexperienced in the commentary team, or?
Oh, we're inexperienced, absolutely, definitely. Absolutely, 1,000,000% inexperienced.
See, to me, with someone of like Lee Beaver standards, he will pot for fun. He will pot anywhere on the table. We know this. So, you've got to slow the game down, I think. You've got to bore it up, should we say. We've got to cover bags. You've got to play the slow tactical game. See, he's got lucky there. He's got lucky. He didn't play that. He's got very lucky. So now he needs to think. He has to either get a ball over this bag, or he has to play a very good snooker. He got lucky by missing that yellow there.
I'll be playing the yellow off the black into the centre middle.
But then you leave yourself, if you're going for the clearance as well, which is tough, you're leaving yourself with a tricky black then. So, do you think you're confident in finishing these or not? You know, you've got. I wouldn't touch that black. So that's not bad. That's a good snooker, I think. You've got the yellow over the bag, which is covering some of it. That's very hard to get out of, I think. But what do I know? I'm rubbish. I think that yellow near the middle is causing an issue. He's going to go off the knuckle here. Good shot, very good shot. I do like to see that. I do. Is anybody speaking on the comments here? No. I think Lee's gone very quiet. How many people are watching this? If you can say.
20.
Right, we've got 20 people on the stream here. Can we see if they all like it and subscribed and click the like button? And
0 likes.
0 likes. There's 20 people on here. Just click on the likes, will you please, people? You know, it does wonders for the stream. It is beneficial. We do like it. You know, I know you don't like our commentary, so I understand why you don't like it, but please, for the love of God, just click on that like button. Just so we know you're there watching. tampering there. Oh! I thought it paused. I didn't look like it wasn't moving. Will he finish these, Tony? Will he finish these? You can't go for this. You've got to. I would be nestling, just coming off this yellow and going behind the yellow and blocking it. He has to.
What are you saying?
Oh, commenting. Who's that? What's he put?
Still here, pal. That's just for you, Scott.
What's that? Still here. Liked it just for you, Scott, for letting me beat you. Wow. I'm not the hardest person to beat, Lee, as you know. I'm absolutely shocking. Trying to get a little cash game going, Lee, if you don't know this. Not for big money. I'd like to play someone for, I don't know, 100, 150, 200 quid max. I don't care who I play. I just want to get back into a bit of competitive cash game, really, if I'm being honest. Even if I'm underdog, I don't mind. I think someone's trying to set me up with a match against Ian Baxter. I don't mind who I play. For the likes of £100 to £200 a man, I'm happy with that. I'm not your 2,000, 3,000 type of person. What's this? I'll give you a start for though. Yeah.
To be honest with you, Lee, I think that's more like of a 19 start to 20. So you're absolutely joking there.
Exactly.
Listen. If you can get your pal Daniel Carpenter on the go, I'm pretty sure we can get a match between Scott Berry and Daniel Carpenter. Absolutely no issues.
I don't know where you're getting this from, Tony. I'd like to play anybody for a little bit of cash, but some of your standards, Lee, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ring piece. I'm not allowed to swear on here, so I'd say ring piece. I even think an 18 start to 20. I'm the underdog, if I'm being brutally honest.
Probably that, yeah.
But it is what it is. That is the problem with being as good as you are. It must be hard to get cash games when you're so good, and it just being so good and you put the practice in, as everyone says, it's a hindrance, I believe. Every time you go into a cash game, you always have to give handicaps, or you go into tournaments like this, you're giving handicaps, and to be honest, handicaps aren't always the greatest. And I know it's a big running thing with the Tuesday League going and the Monday League, that, it's, you want to play the better players, I believe, and that's just my opinion. If I get smashed and dished by the likes of the Anderson, then so be it, but everyone's got a chance. It's a one-frame pool game at the end of the day, so...
He's just come through now, Scott. I'll have a word with Chocky. So you're going to have a word with Daniel Carpenter for a cash game between yourself and himself.
No idea.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, leave it as this one. Again, as long as it's not for big money. I don't want to get to a point of where I'm skinning myself, because again with cash games I don't like to have other people backing me. I like to put my own money up front, because if I'm playing a cash game, I want to be the majority of the pot, so I've got an incentive to win. If all of a sudden I'm playing for like 10%, 5% of the pot and everyone else is backing me, to me it's just a bit raw for me. So I'd like to be putting my own money in for, if not all of it, to be honest. So with obviously the likes of having a newborn child, it's a bit tricky, to be fair. What's you say?
Just another comment from Lee. Says he's shocking. There's a comp in Blackpool I'm not allowed to enter. It annoys me, to be honest.
Yeah.
No. I totally agree with Lee. I totally agree. It's sort of like you've got to the level that you've got to, and you're at the, you know.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah,
The thing
yeah.
is, though, at the end of the day, you've got the likes of, like, again, I'm going to name some names. So you've got the likes of Lee Anderson, you've got the likes of Lee Clough, and do you know what I mean? They've been practicing left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
They are, I'd like to say, the top of the game, especially around the Blackpool area.
Yeah.
You know, when you see their names on the scorecard, it's tricky because it's like when you're playing a Tuesday night tournament. I see the likes of Lee Clough, Lee Anderson, and no disrespect to anybody else, you kind of play cannon fodder to him. You play most of the teams will play weaker players against him because they know that there's more chance of them losing. So it's hard. It is hard, and you know, I would like to see a tournament. And you say you have a scratch tournament, but the thing is, though, you have the players then who do not join it.
Yeah.
For the likes of 20 quid or 10 quid or whatever the price is, it's tough because at the end of the day, they've practiced, they've got to the standard that they've got to, and they haven't got a chance of winning cash because as soon as you enter a tournament like that, they're either hindered by handicaps or they have no chance of winning or are allowed to enter.
Yeah.
So it's like today, it's category 2 to 6. You've got the likes of Lee Anderson, Lee Clough, who would be category 1. I have not seen a category 1 tournament for forever.
Yeah.
You've got the 2 to 6, the 3 to 6, the 4 to 6. I've not seen a 1 to 6. It's unfair. It is unfair. And
the next comment that has come through is, but why can I enter a handicap comp today?
Yeah, I agree.
We agree with that. We absolutely agree with that, mate.
Fully agree.
You know, we absolutely 100% agree with that. But the only answer we can give you from this point here is that you're just too good.
And that's not fair.
Yeah,
it's not fair.
It's not fair that you're too good. It's just because you're too good, and it's as simple as that. And it's that's where we're at.
Thing is, though, what would the handicap be if you got a category 1 versus a category 6? Let's just say. So category 1, what would they be on? Minus 2 versus.
I'll give you an example. I'm a Cat 5 player, and
What?
I'm a Cat 5
What?
player. I am a Cat 5 player, and Lee Anderson is a Cat 1 player.
Yeah.
Right. So I played.
You'd have to be on 2.
Right. So I played him in a non-capped tournament. Right. He's beat me 7-1 where he's potted and fouled off the black. So basically, he's beat me 8-0, and I'm a Cat 5 player. So that's a sort of stand that you're playing against. And at the end of the day, I understand why Lee's not angry, but he's a bit frustrated about the situation. But I'm a Cat 5 player, and he's beat me pretty much 7-0.
It's frustrating.
So,
it's frustrating on what I can see is because all these tournaments and all these competitions that are happening right now, they can't enter. I've never seen a Cat 1. I've only seen 3 to 6, 2 to 6. I've never seen 1 to 6. I've never seen a 1 to 3.
Well, to be fair, Q's covered the pot on. I think.
Oh no, I'm not disputing Q's. I'm just thinking it's hard to balance it. So if you look at the handicap scenario, you've got. So what would a Cat 1 be on? -2 versus a +2. It'd have to be more than that, wouldn't it? It'd have to be a -3 versus. It'd be a -3 versus a Cat 1 versus Cat 6 would be a -3 to a +2.
2 + 2, something like
Raised
that.
to 6,
Yeah,
and it's.
something like that.
I'm not. Listen, I can't speak from category 1 positions. I'm sure Lee in the comments might mention it, but I think Lee might be happy with that. But you know, if I was in it, I'm a Cat 6, 1,000,000%. I'm a Cat 6. I'm awful. You know, my game's not in it. I'm absolutely awful. But I wouldn't mind playing the likes of Lee Anderson and Lee Clough. You know, I remember, listen, I'll always go back to playing Lee Clough at the Burlington in a game of singles, and it was a race to 3. And I think he beat me 3-2. But at the end of the day, I got 2 frames out of him, and I was happy with that.
Yeah.
You know, if I play the likes of Lee Anderson, I'd be happy with 1 frame, 2 frames. and you're only going to improve by playing the better players.
Of course you are. I play better.
You know,
Yeah, of course you are.
you're only going to improve by playing the better players, and competitions like this should be open to them all. And don't get me wrong, that's how I genuinely believe. Will it put people off? If it does, then the people shouldn't be entering the competition.
Of course it should.
If they're running scared of the likes of Lee Clough, the likes of Lee Anderson, the people who are at the top of the game, well, maybe not even top of the game, for people who have got the standards that they've got, then so be it. You just, I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, back to the game. We've gone off the boil here. I do apologise if you are listening.
Yeah, I apologise for
She's saying there. It's a handicap comp, so surely I have to give start. There's no issue. I would be happy with that. Giving a start is fine, but not allowing. No, I agree. I totally agree with what Lee's saying on that comment there. To be fair, at the end of the day, you put Cat 1s in against Cat 6. You give in what, a -3 to a 2 start. I'm awful. Don't get me wrong, but if you're telling me that I've got 5 frames head start, you've got a chance. You've got a chance. Anything can happen. You know, you could tie up the game a bit more. You could be a bit more of a slower player. You can, you give an empty table to Lee Anderson and Lee Clough, they'll clear up. But you play the slower game, you play the tighter game. You do that, then what's the issue? You've got to play to your advantage. So. When I played years ago, you tried to play better players. Yeah, again. Every time I play on a Tuesday night, I will probably, you speak to my captain, you speak to any of my players, I will always say, when they used to put the likes of Lee Clough down, everyone used to put, or Lee Anderson, you'd put your weaker team player down, just because you thought, at the end of the day, you're not going to play the stronger player against it. But I loved playing the stronger player, just to have that chance. The likes of Lee Anderson, Lee Clough won't clear up 90 times out of 10. There are a chance where you can slow the game down. You can make it more of a tactical game. You can work in your benefits. So I liked it. I genuinely like playing the stronger players, and I still do to this day. I am awful, don't get me wrong, but I would rather play the stronger player because it does improve your game.
Anyway, back to the game. We've got Ginge on the yellow, over the bag.
See, Ginger needs to just come off this cushion here, slowly.
I think it's a pretty good shot there.
I think
I think Beaver's in a bit of trouble now. Unless he cuts this to the centre and plays it off 2 rails back to the middle of the table.
That's a great shot.
That's a great shot. I'm not sure whether
he's going to snip it.
I don't know whether he's going to snip it or whether he's going to play off the top end a bit.
I'd play off the side and play a bit of a snooker, to be honest.
The white in the jaws.
But I know Lee's a very attacking, aggressive player, so
what's he doing? Does the black go past? I'm not sure.
I can't.
From
the screen, it doesn't look like it.
If he plays it into the knuckle, it might go off the yellow.
That's a great shot.
Sensational, Jeff. Absolutely sensational, Jeff.
That is a great shot. So what's the scores in other games here, Tony?
Pardon me. Scores in other games. We've got Michael Chippendale. We've got him as a 2-1 against Tommy Eaves. We've got Ian Smith as a -2 against -1 against Josh,
-1 versus -2, yeah.
against Josh Trainer. We've got Richard Wone, who is 4-4 against Phil B, and that's your 4 quarter-finalists. No one's got through to the semis yet.
So the winner of this game, Lee Beavers and Dave, will play the winner of Michael Chippendale and Tommy Eves. So that should be a good semi-finals. But you look at the score, it's 3-all, but obviously deep down it's been -1 to 2 starts. So, and you know, Lee's technically won 5 frames.
He has, yeah. And
Just if anyone's just joining in now,
yeah.
people will be thinking it's 3-all. It's
and in the other semi-final, you've got the winner of Ian Smith against Josh Trainer against the winner of Richard Wone and Phil B. So we've got a great semi-final coming up.
So Steve Wright's just said, should have had that one, Dave, unlucky. Yeah, it's obviously it is unlucky. You know, it's a lot easier sat there at home and watching what we are doing. Nerves do kick in, as I can vouch for that.
Obviously,
And if Matt Hindle is watching this and listening to this, please come to the commentary box because we would like another drink. Thank you. Even though it's my round. This is a good clearance if he does this.
I think from here he's got to go top right. Absolutely. The way that he cues it though. If he cues it, I think he's back into the centre of the table. I think if he stabs at it, I think the yellow rails across the jaws and ends up halfway across the top rail.
It looks easier from where we're sat.
Of course it does, yeah. Of course it does. He's a lefty to go the other way.
He's going to come round. He's
going
going
to
to play that yellow into the middle.
And he's absolutely...
Oh, he's played a good,
I was
great
going to say
shot.
he's absolutely nowhere, but he just snuck past them two
That's
reds.
a great shot.
He just snuck past them two reds.
If Lee's watching this, he knows it's a great shot. He's probably got a little smirk on his face right now.
He definitely has.
You know.
And he's got to stun this to the middle and avoid that red on the side rail. If he stuns it and goes past it, he's fine.
You know that's a great shot. You know he's rewatching this right now.
You know.
He's rewatching this. He's got a little smirking grin on his face.
She's everything.
He's literally...
She's everything.
He knows I am Fleetwood's number one. Look at that.
Steve Hubbard, look at this. This is Fleetwood's number one.
That is sensational.
Steve Hubbart's gone down to Fleetwood number fucking 19.
He knows. Look at that. Chinge doesn't know where he's going here now.
If Steve Hubbart's on YouTube, if you want to comment in our commentary box, we will reply to you. Thank you very much.
To be honest, I can't believe they're paying us £50 an hour for this. Oh dear. I wished. On that note, I do believe that there should be no swearing, so I would like to apologise on Tony Palmer's behalf. He did say the F word twice, so I can only apologise. Now he's out of it. Now our little minion here who's recording it, we can swear as much as we want. So no, we won't. We try not to swear. We do apologise if that is the case. We've had.
If we've offended anyone, you can always.
No.
No, we apologise. Any swearing.
No, we don't apologise. You apologise. No, you apologise.
I apologise.
I normally swear like crazy, but
yeah,
it's. I can hold it back.
If we swear, we just need to divert you to Lee Anderson. If you request Lee Anderson online on Facebook, hit that notification button where it says request as friend, and then if you give him a load of reviews, that's absolutely no problem.
And if everybody would like to play a cash game with an absolute mushroom, you can always message me, because it's free money pretty much. So there we go.
That's the game. Beavers, Reds.
He's massively in control now.
He's 4-3 on.
Well, you look at it. It was -2, so technically he's 6-1 up. If you look at it like that, he's 6-1 up because 2 start -1, 6-0 up, 6-1 up. It's tough to come back, really, and Dave KG, he'll be watching this thinking, I've had my chances, because he's had his chances. I think he's had some good opportunities.
The thing is, where we've got games like this where Lee's a -2 to plus, -1 to +2 or -2 to +1 or whatever the handicap was. When you're so far into the game and it's 4-3, you understand that the handicaps actually work because it's 4-3 and it's close. It's anyone games now.
It's close. It's close. Yeah. Like you look at this game now, look at this setup right now. You know, Lee's got a hard red to the left. You know, if he misses this, Dave's got 3 yellows pretty much in open play with the black in the middle of the table. So 4-3 could quite easily be 4-4, and then it's a best of 3.
I think he slams it to the middle.
That's a great shot.
He drops this down the left hand side. I think he
you know as well as I do, these could rattle every day of the week. For me now, you know what I'm like. And again, if anybody wants a cash game, I'm awful. I'd be playing this red, it would rattle, and it would probably go to the middle of the bottom of the bag.
Of course.
Yeah, see.
He's alright. He's alright.
Good standard.
LB with a win.
There we
He
go.
loves it, doesn't he? He loves it.
So 5-3 now. Dave's probably thinking, you know, I've got no hope. I've got no chance. I was 3 ahead, and now I start off 3 ahead, and now unfortunately, Dave, you're 2-0 behind. But
just going to give you a little update on the rest of the quarterfinals. We've got Michael Chippendale as a 2, Tommy Eves 2, so that's 2 all.
that's come back quite quickly,
Michael
hasn't it?
Chippendale and Tommy Eves quite back, yeah. We've got Ian Smith as -1, Josh Trainer as -2. I'm not sure what that's actually kicked off yet. I don't know, that's just started.
It has, it's unless it's a very slow game.
Yeah, it's
On table 12, where's table 12? I can't really see from here. Yeah, can't see that.
And then in the last quarter final, we've got Richard Wone as a 5 against Phil B as 4, so 5-4. Richard Wone.
And I've heard on the grapevine that Steve Hubbard was running a book on this at one point, and Matthew Hindle was fully on Richard Wong. He was willing to put money on Richard Wong for winning.
Richard Wone for the win. I don't know.
Apparently so. See, I would have gone with Lee Beavers, if I'm being honest.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that because I'm just commentating on this.
I don't know. I think Tommy Eves is quite strong.
Tommy, they're all very strong to get where they are.
Yeah, I think obviously because Tommy Eves better than Steve Hubbard, and Tommy Tommy Eves definitely got to be number one, hasn't he? His Fleet was number one. Tommy Eves,
now,
so he's
now,
definitely.
whoa, easy, Tiger. Now, there's some good players coming from Fleetwood.
I think Tommy Eves is number one though.
Really?
I think he is, yeah.
Over Steve Hubby and Lee Beavers?
But of course, yeah.
Wow.
I think Steve Hubbart's about. Steve Hubbart's got to be number 7, hasn't he?
7? Mate, listen, I wouldn't like to face him and call him that. I wouldn't like to say 7th, Tony Palmer. I was going to say your address then, but I best not, just in case he comes around to you and absolutely drills you in. Anyway, back to the game. Back to the game. Come on, you've literally gone off tangent here.
Yeah, I've got off topic, hasn't I?
Yeah. As
I think I'll be calling the total here, Mr. Beavers.
Right, so if he fouls here, Dave has to take these out. Has to. Well, he has to, otherwise.
Based on the scoreline, yes, he has to take
them out.
Had it been 1-1, then maybe he doesn't. But
so
I think he's got the safety blanket there where Lee's knocks one of his yellow safe on the right hand side cushion. So.
Yeah, you've got to play this red near the yellow down to the bottom left.
Yeah, I think so. And
even it's in or over.
The right to the middle. And then he goes from there. That's what I believe.
Yeah, again, with me being the player I am, I'd probably leave the red near the black last. That's just the way I am, just because it basically covers a bag. I'm a boring, slow player, and I'm probably the least confident. What's he doing here? Yeah, so red down to the bottom. To me, I'd leave the red near the black last. Just as a safety net.
You should think it's sort of like it's like rule 101 of pool, isn't it? That you leave the closest red to the black to the last because it affords you the best opportunity to the black.
I don't know. It's just it's just my boring play.
However, sometimes it's not always the case. So he's knocked the red over there, and
it's not too bad. I think that red will
still in the position.
I think that red will go past that red at the top. It looks big enough.
He's just made it a bit more awkward because, in my eyes, now he's going to go red in the middle of the table to the top right. He then has to play the red on the top right, which is against the cushion, to try and make some sort of angle to come down the table to the middle, and he might go the other way. I don't know.
Me head smashed. At the end of the day, to me that bag's a wizard's slave now. Oh wow, what's he done there? He's gone
the other way.
See again, to me that's just me. I think that's wrong in my eyes. I think he should have gone for the red near the top right first. See, this is tough now. He's got to snip this in, and he's not going to leave himself nicely on the back. He's going to have to play a long black here now. Whereas if he just played that, no, this is tricky. I don't see him potting it. I don't.
Potting it.
I'm in the black. I don't see it.
It's the long black.
It's not easy, this. If he pots it, every credit he deserves. He deserves the win.
He's got the safety blanket.
If not,
of the yellow on the top round.
This is a do or die. If he doesn't pot this, it's over. No, see, this is over now. I think that was a silly mistake. I think he's going to snip this yellow into the middle. I think that was a silly mistake. I do.
I think Lee
that was his safety net. I genuinely believe that was his safety net.
Lee Beaver's best form of defence is attack here. So
of course it is. Look at that. Bang.
In. Off the knuckle.
That's it. It's game over.
And he just drops it in the middle. He just drops it top right, sorry.
I know Dave watches this and he thinks, you know what, it's easy off the table, which it is, but deep down, I think that was a silly shot, and I wish him all the best, but that's unlucky. Well done, Lee. 6-3. All the best to the next round. Thank you very much. That's it. Are we going to go and have a few more drinks?
We're going to have a few more drinks before we go. Are we still on? We're still on. Yeah, we're still on. We've got Michael Chippendale 3-2 against Tommy Eves. We've got Ian Smith 0-1 against Josh Traynor, and we've got Richard Wone 5-5 against Phil B. That's gone Hill.
Hill.
So that's one to watch out for the next 2 or 3 minutes. is Richard Warman against Phil B. So
Right, well,
We've
thank you
got
very
a good
much.
panel.
You've got
Yeah.
someone probably better commentating next.
oh yeah,
But from us, it's over and out. Much love.
much love. Good night.